Hey Vortex. I really like this chord. I know that I always start with a C chord. I'm sure that if you weren't already bored, you're probably bored right now. And I hate that I'm a broken record. Just like everybody else, it seems that we don't learn from any of our mistakes. But how can you learn if you didn't know that you made a mistake? And if the world convinces you that every reason why you say that you're depressed is all because of things that you allowed yourself to do, well, that puts a lot of shrinkity-dinks out of business. That puts a lot of therapists out of business. And I wish that I had better advice, because it seems like nobody wants to take mine. It's understandable. I tell you, you have to work for what you want. It's understandable. I tell you that you're not the victim of anything but everything, and you have the option, you always have the option to take the high road. And by high road, I mean, you know what I mean. The literal high road. Only if you want, and only if you know what you want and why you want it, can you do what you want. But most people don't have that mental freedom, so they rely on some godforsaken Freemason to give it to them. I forgot what my original point was, but you know that we're back to our most common, all too typical Amy Gross anti-American rant. It always happens at some point when I'm reminded of everything that I've been forced to witness, everything that I've been forced to endure, everything that I've been forced to take part in. And I always question everything. I always never trusted authority, never wanted to be part of anything, 'cause I knew that I couldn't. Let's talk about that. So this is what I call a polemical musical. If you don't know what a polemic is, it's just a person that shits on everything in society, okay? So that's why I only do 2 chords, mainly. Somebody said I did blatant chords, which I guess was his way of saying it's bad. It sounds bad. I know. Well, I'm trying a little bit harder to do stuff that I'm not familiar with. But I'm still putting it up, you know, just like my stand-up comedy sets that I haven't really worked on. I know it's not wise to do that, but that's maybe why I'm doing it. Because what the world calls wise is not wise, and what they call foolish is wise. But they don't want to tell you that. They don't want you to know the information that we have. These are the same fucking chords, dude. They sound different. Every single time I play, like, something with a black key, it sounds different than the last time I played it. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of my kaleidoscope brain. I know that I talk about this a lot, but the reason why I talk about this aspect of my identity is because I'm not allowed to be whatever I say that I am. Because this is a day and age when we expect everybody to acknowledge something that we keep on telling ourselves. I'm selling myself this idea of who I wanna be, this idea of who I wanna be, this idea of who I would rather be, this idea of who I really, 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 really wanna be. But it doesn't quite suit me. No matter what I do, I'll never, ever be free. That's if transgender people had self-awareness. You're welcome. So, I'm one of those crazy, could possibly, maybe be LGBT, question mark? Exclamation point, question mark. Yeah, well, I do think of myself like I'm a dude, even though I'm not a dude. Whatever dysphoria, there's nothing that I could do for it, that the world would tell me to do for it, that would make a lickety-lick of sense. So, I just trust God, that's what I do. I just read the Psalms. I read the Psalms, and I don't have to identify as anything or be anyone other than what God wanted me to be. And people worry way too much about identity. They wouldn't have all this trouble with gender if they didn't obsess so much about putting everybody into this little teeny tiny box. Boring! And you wonder, exactly. It gets dark, doesn't it? It gets dark when you're put into a box. Because it's a box. It's dark inside the box, right? Oh, shit. Okay, let's just close the door, and then we open it up again, and then the lights come back on. Isn't that amazing? I know I need to take a shower. But I don't want to. Not yet. I'm having so much fun playing keys. It's been too long. Whew. I hope that this is entertaining. Maybe I should take breaks more often, and I would have more to say that wouldn't be so redundant, but it always feels redundant. And I know everybody seems to be on the same track because we can't seem to get it back what we wanted to begin with. Do we even know anymore? See, I totally lost track of what I was trying to say originally, but that's okay because at least if it's entertaining, that is something. You hear that? Hey, that's Paisley. She's the one that didn't die. Arlo is in the clouds now. So Kimberly told me that after she buried Arlo, so I went over to her house. She lives out in Pegram, which is like pretty close to Nashville. It's about like 10 minutes north of Nashville. It's out in the country. Well, she said she helped me bury my cat, Arlo. And she said the next day she went to visit her grandfather at his gravestone. And she said that there was a cat that walked up to her that looked exactly like Arlo. And she showed me because, you know, she had to film it, right? You know, she's almost, I think she's on the cusp of like being like a millennial or Zoomer or whatever. But yeah, it's like she's got all this stuff on her phone, and she showed me, and it looked exactly like Arlo. And this cat just walked up to her and was like all over her, just super friendly. And she saw this cat, he was just hanging out on one of the fucking gravestones, man. And I said, that's God, baby. See, it's moments like that spiritual moments where you can feel his presence. And I mean, she said that immediately when she saw him, like she knew. So, yeah, dude. That's Arlo's way of saying thank you. Is to say it vicariously through another cat.